Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Briar, spelled
B-R-I.
B-R-I-A-R, and I'm going to talk to you today about being non-binary.
Hit it, Fergie!
Okay, so hi everyone. This is my first video on youtube.com, the website www.youtube.com, and I'm going to be talking to you today about being non-binary, and wanting, needing, hoping soon to start hormones. Okay, so a little bit of background about myself is that I'm 19. I live in the UK in London. I am an art student doing online university at the moment because of the slamdemic. What else is there? Oh yeah, so I'm non-binary. So I am trans. I am assigned male at birth, and I am non-binary. So my pronouns are they them. I identify as like completely neutral to gender, completely adverse to it. Like just not me. Not like gender is here. I am like there. I wanted to talk to you today about hormones. I mean, really, it's more of an opportunity for me to document my own stuff, but I suppose anyone else getting any kind of kick out of this, good for you. If you're watching this, you know, good for you. I'm sure you're meant to be doing something else more important, but hey, there's not really any videos on www.youtube.com, baby. From a non-binary person talking about what it is to be non-binary, and especially I noticed not a lot of videos from assigned male at birth people. Not that it matters the way that you were born at birth, but obviously it's important to hear from people like you, so you know like other people are going through the same kind of stuff as you, and you know, transition-y stuff, how it all works. I am 19. I am non-binary. I came out April 2020, so it's like 9 months since I came out originally. Now that it has been quite some time, I have realized, or have known now for a long time, that I will want to and will be pursuing a medical transition, which is, you know, not really that spoken about from non-binary people. I understand it's a bit strange, the whole concept of like transitioning as a non-binary person, because it's like, if you're going from this to what are you going to, you know, like the trans guys and the trans girls, you know, you know where they're going, you know what they're doing, you know what the thing is. So yeah, and obviously as a non-binary person, I want to pursue a physical, medical, whatever you want to call it, transition. But I suppose it's just a bit like weird to hear about at first, because it's like, well, what are you transitioning to? That's the question on everyone's mind. Honestly, darned if I know. What I'm here to talk about is the fact that I want to go on hormones. Wow! Hooray, what a time. I know, amazing. So what this means is that because I was born assigned male at birth, I was born male, so I mean, I used to look like this, and this, and this, so, yeah. But anywho, because of that, to pursue hormones, obviously I would like to be going on to estrogen. I have enough testosterone in my body for today and tomorrow and the day after that. So estrogen is the hormone for me, to be using to make my body more balanced, I suppose, is the best way to describe it. It's all just about finding some balance, you know. I don't want to speak for everyone else, but obviously for myself, being non-binary, obviously you're born into one sex or the other. We're not going to be pedantic here. Let's all be serious. We know how real life works. So yeah, obviously, like, you're born into one sex or the other. How does that work when you're non-binary? Like, what is that? It's not my kind of thing. Also, my fringe is looking terrible today. I'm very sorry. It's very uneven. My little fringy bits. Oh well. Anywho, so yes, I want to be starting on estrogen. Let's talk about why. So yeah, I want to be starting estrogen. Why is that, you may ask me, as a non-binary person yourself, or as a cis person, trans person, whatever, whoever you are, you may be wondering why. Why take hormones? What does it do for you? Obviously, when I tell people that I am non-binary, I was born male at birth, and I want to be pursuing estrogen, people normally assume that I am a trans woman. No, that isn't me, basically, long term, short. I'm not a trans woman. I don't feel like a woman, don't want to be a woman. Sorry, women, love you. It's not my kind of jive. So why am I taking estrogen? Obviously, that is the female hormone, the feminizing juice, the titty juice, as Twitter calls it. Anyway, why do I want to do that? The general answer to this question is because, personally, as a non-binary person, being able to feel comfortable with my gender and stuff like that is when I feel balanced. It's when I feel at most weighed up between the masculine and the feminine, which is why, obviously, being born into a male body with male features and hormones and stuff, taking a feminizing hormone like estrogen is the best way to go about balancing my body at a more neutral or androgynous kind of vibe. So yeah, obviously hormones changes your body. I'm not telling anyone to like yeet onto hormones. Obviously do your research, please. There's obviously a lot of things to do with hormones that are life-changing. It's a very important thing. So, you know, do your research, think about it, all that kind of stuff. You do you. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't care. Anyway, but yes, obviously going on hormones will mean that my body will change. It will be a puberty 2.0. And yeah, my body's gonna change in a more feminine way. This means that like my body fat will redistribute. I'm gonna be less of a rectangle, more of a squiggly line. My body hair growth will start to thin out. My hair on my head will not start to thin out, thank God. That's exciting. Other stuff, you get breast growth, breast titty growth, which is a thing on hormones. Obviously, is gonna happen to me. Luckily, I'm not one of those big bazonkas. That's not my kind of vibe. So yeah, on hormones you normally get like on average at most an A cup, normally like an AA cup. So that's great for me, little itty bitty titties, wonderful times. And yeah, like everything will start to change. My mood will change. Like your body odor changes, like everything. So yeah, that is basically a rundown of how my body will change, but I still haven't really answered why, and I suppose it's just the fact of like my body right now is very masculine. Obviously it's not very fun, but like that's how it is. And that doesn't make me feel great. It makes me feel quite dysphoric. It's not very fun for a trans person when your body is not how it should be. So by proxy, taking hormones is the right thing for me because it will make me feel more balanced and stuff. Hooray, wonderful. Now, you may be thinking, Briar, what do you mean? I don't see many non-binary people talking about transition stuff, talking about hormones, talking about any kind of medical transition. Exactly. And that's why I'm making this video, I suppose. But yeah, I know I've been saying I'm hoping to do this. I'm looking for this. This is what I want. However, it should be noted that I've actually started the process. I'm actually waiting for my first appointment. I yeeted myself onto Gender Care, which is one of like the biggest gender clinics in the UK. Long story short, it's either public or private. Public is the NHS, which is lovely. We get free healthcare. Woo! Good shit. However, criminally underfunded. You don't get seen for like years and years and years. And I can't afford to wait years and years and years. So the other way is private, but that means having to fund things yourself or having to pay for things, medical bills. So yeah, obviously in the UK and other places in the world where you have private healthcare, there is such a thing as crowdfunding. This basically means using a platform like GoFundMe or just giving, things like that, and it's a way for the community to kind of help each other out. you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Somehow you end up with enough money to pursue things if you're very lucky. I was very lucky. I want to acknowledge this. I had a GoFundMe page for hormones, and the price of it. I'm not going to talk about that kind of stuff. You should do your own research. However, I was very, very lucky with the fact that my GoFundMe was fully reached its goal and fully funded in 7 days, which is insane. I don't think it's fully kind of set in, but I am incredibly lucky and incredibly thankful for everyone who donated or shared, even just to share, means everything, you know. So that was amazing. It was really kind of, what's the word? Really nice, affirming. Affirming is the word. It was really affirming, I guess, to kind of receive that support from peers, from other people in the community, from people outside of the community as well. Friends, family, old friends from like sixth form and secondary school and high school and stuff even donated, which was lovely. And yeah, long story short, I was very lucky to receive from my crowdfunding page on GoFundMe the money that I needed to be able to pursue my hormone replacement therapy transition. So this means now that because I have thankfully raised the money, I can yeet my way onto the shit, basically. So what that means is that I have gone through gender care, which is one of the three main big private ones. The main three big private ones is gender care, gender GP, London Transgender Clinic. I went for gender care personally because I'm in London, makes sense. I had a few friends who have gone through that. You know, if you're thinking about doing something medically, pursuing, I would say definitely if you're thinking about pursuing medical stuff when you are trans, because if you're going private, it can be a bit scary, especially at 19. Like, how the fuck am I meant to pick about medical care? How am I meant to know what makes a good doctor? I'm not a doctor. It's pretty scary shit. So I would say definitely ask around if you have trans friends, if you have a good circle, community around you, definitely ask around and see what people have experienced, see who they went to, what doctors, what clinics, and, you know, get your good advice and go from there. I definitely went with gender care, I'd say, because I'd heard great reviews from my friends. I have a few friends who have gone with certain doctors from there, including the one that I picked, which is Miss Doctor, I should say Doctor, that's disrespectful, Dr. Penny Lenahan. Woo! She is the doctor that I have picked, and she is the one that I am receiving an appointment with on the... Gonna check the day. 1 minute, guys. Oh. My appointment, now that I've seen it on my email, which is the 26th of May, 2021 at 11:45 a.m. in the morning. How wonderful. Yes, I was very lucky that Dr. Lenahan was happy enough to work with me. And God, my hair is a mess. Work with me and want to give me an appointment. So I had my first appointment on the 26th of May, which is very exciting, and I am very hyped. And that's like, what, 3 months away now, which is insane. And yeah, I mean, I only booked it about a week ago, so it was just over a 3-month wait. And that's wonderful, much better than the NHS wait, which is like 3 or 4 years. So yes, that means that by hopefully by the end of May, I'll be starting on my transition, which is insane. And then who knows, by come summer, I may be on hormones, which will be exciting, especially to document things on here. I want to be documenting everything just because of the fact, like I said, there isn't that much on here about transition stuff, especially when you're assigned male at birth. Obviously, there's a lot of content from trans women out there, and they are lovely and wonderful, and I'm very thankful. You know, their stuff is just as helpful too, because at the end of the day, they're still using the same hormones, they're still doing the same things. However, I am not a trans woman. I don't feel like a trans woman. That's not me. So yeah, because of that, there isn't much non-binary content on here, especially for medical transition. So, you know, I saw a gap in the market, so it's time to fill that and, what do you call it, capitalize on it. Hell yeah. Like the Monopoly man himself. But yes, I suppose that's it for our first video. I tried filming one a week ago, but I lost the footage. So, sorry if this was a mess. It was just a introductory one. I'll be talking about other stuff coming out what it's like coming out, especially in a pandemic. That was weird. Um, you know, being non-binary, stuff like that, presentation, gender stuff, like it just everything I want to be talking about on here, because there needs to be someone to talk about it, because it definitely would have helped me. So yes, I guess that's it for my first video. I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye.